Hi everyone, Kathleen Fuller here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about my latest book, So Into You. For those of you that don't know me, I am the USA Today best-selling author of over 70 books in the cozy romance genre, sweet romance. I write Amish fiction. I have a couple of historical titles I wrote years and years ago. And so if you're interested in those kinds of books and you enjoy a light, fun read with a happily ever after, then check out my website where you can find a list of almost all of my books and purchasing information there. So it's kathleenfuller.com/books, and I'll put that in the description as well. So like I said, I want to talk about So Into You. This book's been out since December, but since I just started this channel last week, I haven't had a chance to really talk about it. I've talked about it on a few interviews and my newsletter and stuff, but I wanted to go ahead and just talk to you about it a little bit more. So one of the hardest things, at least for me as a writer, is when people ask me what your book's about, and I'm almost like, well, how much time do you have? Because it's like 300 pages, and trying to condense that much story into like a sentence or two is extremely difficult. So just a little behind the scenes kind of thing. I've been writing since 2000, so this is my 25th year of being in publishing and being a novelist. And I still have difficulty doing that. And that is one of the first things that they tell you to do and teach you to do when you're first starting to submit your manuscripts to publishers, because they really want to know right off the bat, what is your book about? So I'm not known for my brevity, but I'm going to try. My book is about a couple, and both of them have their own issues, which, that's pretty much any standard romance. But I think in this case, the reason it's different is because of the female main character, Britt. She is a vlogger. She has her own YouTube channel, and she's very successful, and she's an artist. And so her channel is all about these different art projects that she does, and she's teaching people how to draw and do different art things. And so she's worked really hard on her channel, and that is where she's been very successful. However, in her personal life and non-online life, she is not so successful. At least she doesn't think she is. So she struggles with social anxiety. And what I wanted to do when I wrote this book is explore that topic, because I have had bouts of social anxiety when I was younger and even into adulthood. And I think I've conquered it, but here's the thing about social anxiety is that it's real easy to slip back into it, because really the main cure for social anxiety, as far as like, maybe not a cure, but the main therapy for it is to get out and be around people. And I'm an extrovert, so that's not hard for me to do, but when I've had social anxiety, it is very difficult to do. So it's kind of like one of those things where the cure might be a little more painful in the beginning than the actual issue or problem. So Britt decides that when her best friend is going to get married, that life is passing her by. She's 28 years old. She's never really, gone out on a date. Well, she's never gone out on a date. Not that it's a big deal at that age. But she's wondering if she's missing something in her life. So she decides that she's going to, kind of go out of her comfort zone a little bit. So she talks a little bit about it on her channel. Meanwhile, oh my gosh, the hero of the book, well, we used to call him heroes, not a main male character of the book. The main male character of the book, Hunter Pickett, he is a guy that from looking on the outside, when he was younger, he had it made. He, gorgeous guy, third son of a very successful family. And he was very, very, very good at sports, but he was also very insecure. So he got into drugs and got into a lot of problems. And now that he's 30 years old, he's clean, he's sober, and he wants to move on with his life, but he feels stuck. So these two characters feel stuck separately, and then when they meet, It's how they navigate their relationship and their getting stuck in life and how they're going to move forward. However, neither one of them really wants to reveal. They're not ready to reveal some of the secrets that they have in their life. And that is the main crux of the story, is how secrets can really get in the way of a relationship. So that's about all I'm going to say about the book, because obviously you know what's going to happen at the end, because it always happens in romances. But it's the journey to getting there. That's the fun. It's the fun part of writing a romance. It's always the fun. It's also the fun part of reading a romance. So, So Into You. And one of the other things that's pretty unique about this book too, I think, is that Britt, she is crazy for the 70s. Even though she's 28 years old, she's crazy for the 70s. So she's got this 70s vibe, kind of like a, since she's an artist, she kind of is very creative with how she mixes 70s clothing and contemporary things, but it's not in like an outlandish or look at me obviously kind of way, since she really just likes being in the background. And so the other thing that she really enjoys doing is listening to yacht rock. So I do have a yacht rock playlist on my website as well. I believe it is, if you check the books page for So Into You and scroll down, there'll be a link to that yacht rock list. And I mean, it is endless. I mean, I think yacht rock is such a catch-all term for any music in the late 60s and 70s that has similar kinds of vibes. Adult contemporary was something that was called for a long time. I don't know. I definitely would not call it easy listening, because easy listening to me is like Lawrence Welk and all, that genre from that time period. So, and I really, really like yacht rock. I love 70s music. I always have. I love disco music still. And anything that just kind of gets you moving and grooving and stuff. So, but anyway, check out So Into You. And if you've read the book, just leave a comment, and I'd love to hear what you thought of it. Even if it's not great, even if it's not your cup of tea, I won't get upset. So, but yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next video. Bye.